entry would be officially, you can either enter here like this, or an even safer entry would be here. So my entry for this particular trade, if I bring it up, was 67.84. 67.84 was my entry, right? So let's just put that here. So 67.84, right? Stop loss below the zone. And as a trader, you don't want to be greedy. You just target the next level, right? That's all you look to do. So obviously you want to let the trade run. There you go. Now, one thing to finish up on is notice how we had multiple entries into this area, right? So what happened here also happened here, right? So we had aggressive sellers over here. We also had aggressive sellers over here. So the thing I want you to understand is that in this region, there were a ton of aggressive sellers, but they were not rewarded. So if you see aggressive sellers hitting the bid, constantly hitting the bid, and they're unable to sustain lower prices, this means that buyers are in control. Passive buyers are in control. And this is the reason the market moves up in the first place, right? So I'm going to finish off just by just making you understand the difference between supply and demand, right? So if we go to the 5 minute, what we had at the start of the session was the zone. The zone itself was holding as supply because aggressive sellers were in control. Now, when we came here, these same aggressive sellers failed, and over here, these passive sellers from the start of the session around 9:35 also failed. So if passive sellers fail and aggressive sellers fail, your only option is to buy. All right, so that's how the long was taken, right? So just to quickly go over my terrible management for the session, I should have closed at 2R because my rules say once we get to 2R or even 2.5R, I need to take profits off the table because the S&P often reverses, and it did reverse on me. So I actually closed this trade. I wanted to hit here. I closed the trade here for roughly a 0.8. So it wasn't even a full R. I closed here. Very sad about that. But again, detaching the outcome from the trade itself is important. So the trade itself was a very good trade, right? It was the best trade. It's what we call a flip zone, right? Price flipped from supply to demand, right? And the only way we can see that, I'm going to finish here, is by understanding this